What's up, guys? It's me, it's the Elite Double X Prince, and I want to do one last video for Double X Mania before we get to WrestleMania 33, and that, of course, being my 10 favorite matches in WrestleMania history. I think it's properly time to do this. I was gonna do a worst, but I couldn't think. I mean, there's a shitload of bad matches in WrestleMania, but I don't want to do a lot of negative stuff. I want to do positive stuff, And here are some of the matches that I really enjoyed. Let me just say that I try to move it around and just do stuff here and there. If you guys know me for a very long time, know that I have a top 100 list down below, but I'll give you the only 10. I'm gonna give you only the top 10. I was gonna do 15 or 20, but I feel like I should give it to 10 just so you guys really think of what are the matches that inspire me a lot and I really enjoy watching. But here are some. I'll give you 10 honorable mentions and 10 in the actual list. So my 10 honorable mentions are Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 14. That began the Austin era. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H in WrestleMania 30. That was a great moment for Bryan. WrestleMania 19's Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar. Great match. The Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. I know a lot of people don't like it. I do. Dudley's, Edge, and Christian Hardy's. Both matches are phenomenal and they're really good. Really good matches that you should go back and watch. Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Ric Flair's final match in WWE, as well as Ric Flair and Macho Man for WrestleMania 8. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21. I am surprised I did not put it on the list. And lastly, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho from WrestleMania 19. All of those are honorable mentions, and here are some more matches. The matches that legitimately made it to the list. Coming in at number 10, Triple H versus The Undertaker from WrestleMania 28 with a Hell in a Cell match with special guest referee Shawn Michaels. The end of an era. This should have been the last match of The Undertaker's career if it wasn't fine, but it's just a great way to culminate this entire 4-year-long feud. It started with WrestleMania 25. It ended the career of WrestleMania 26. WrestleMania 27, Triple H was set for revenge. And WrestleMania 28, Undertaker wanted to finish Triple H once and for good. It was a perfect way. Plus, the fact that Shawn Michaels is the referee and it was a Hell in a Cell match just made it even bigger. It got to the point that Triple H versus Undertaker was an afterthought. The hype and build of this match was really good, and I just really enjoy it. And it's kind of crazy because this is the same show that had John Cena and The Rock, and this was the biggest match of the night. That's fucking impressive. And keep in mind, it's a rematch. Not a lot of rematches. People give it shit when it comes to especially when it's Triple H rematches. A lot of people don't like Triple H rematches because it always leads to Triple H winning, but Triple H loses, which is good. Honestly, people talk about the Stone Cold Austin trilogy from WrestleMania. I like Triple H and Undertaker's trilogy more just because each match got better. WrestleMania 17, it was a really good brawl-ass match. WrestleMania 27 was just a good no-holds-barred match. And then the Hell in a Cell culminated everything. It was just really good. I just wish that they actually brought up their Mania 17 match, but it's fine. It's a really good match. I really enjoyed it. It's 5 stars all the way. All of these matches I'm going to talk about are 5 stars, and you should definitely go back and watch it. Coming in at number 9, from WrestleMania 10, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in a ladder match. At the time, ladder matches weren't a big deal. This is the first ever legit ladder match, and it was a good ladder match. It was you only had one ladder. That's what made it really good. Who could forget that moment of Shawn Michaels just diving on Razor Ramon? At the time, big moves weren't that big, and this proved it because this is a really damn good match. And I'm actually shocked when Razor Ramon wins. I always thought Shawn Michaels would win, but because everybody always talked about this match when I was a kid, so then I watched it and I was just blown away and saw how different this match was compared to other ladder matches we get today. We get 10 million ladders in a spot, and then it's good to see an old school type of ladder match, and especially at WrestleMania, easily the best ladder match of all time. Coming in at number 8, I got a match that people are probably gonna be shocked is up here because number 8 is Ultimate Warrior versus the Macho Man or Macho King Randy Savage from WrestleMania 7. The career-threatening match between Warrior and Savage. This is a good story and just a good moment for the match. And it was just a really damn good match. I enjoy it. I just can't miss a second of it. It was just a really emotional ass match, especially for the diehard Macho Man Savage fans, and hell, even Warrior fans love this match a lot. It's one of the best of all time, and it's just a really damn good match, and it's a really emotional story, especially when you get to the end, because Macho King is loses, and at the time he wasn't with Miss Elizabeth, but he was with Queen Sherry, I believe, and Queen Sherry just like slapping Macho Man, and Miss Elizabeth is watching from the arena, and she just can't take it anymore. She goes on the crowd, attacks Queen Sherry, and the Macho Man comes back with Miss Elizabeth. Beautiful moment. Even though it wasn't Macho Man's last match, it was just a damn beautiful moment itself. I just love it. It was just really good. Definitely a classic in my eyes. I know a lot of people are probably shocked that I put it up here, but it's just a match that you have to watch to see what it like feels to be like in WrestleMania. This is the moment where WrestleMania felt like a big fucking deal, and the fact that it wasn't the main event, I get it. Hogan, Surge and Slaughter, I get that, but like, if anything, this match should have been at least like co-main event or something, because it was pretty like low on the card, but it was fucking amazing. Go back and watch it. Like I said, coming in at number 7. We got The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 17. A lot of people hate the finish. I understand. I just wish that the finish led to good shit in the future with Stone Cold turning heel. And it was just a good moment. First of all, I always forget to talk about this, but the video package to this match was awesome with My Way, Limp Bizkit. This is like that spot alone just gets you so hyped. It makes you want to rewatch the match over and over again just after watching it, and it was just really good. First of all, the guys are bloodied as fuck. You got the 2 top stars in the Attitude Era main eventing for the second time ever at WrestleMania, and they do it again a third time, only not in the main event, but this is the second one out of their WrestleMania trilogy. This is my favorite one. Even if Vince interfered, I didn't give a shit, because it was Stone Cold beating the shit out of The Rock, Rock beating the shit out of Austin. It was just beautifully done. Just a fucking brawl. And everybody should go. Everybody has seen this match. Everybody knows how awesome it really is. It's fucking amazing. Go like back and watch it. It's really good. And it's obviously it was gonna be in this list because it's in my favorite WrestleMania of all time. So there's another given. Coming in at number 6, from WrestleMania 20, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship. Basically, the story here was Triple H, and Shawn Michaels had a last man standing at the Royal Rumble. It ended in no contest, with both ending in a draw. And basically, Shawn Michaels like, I never lost to Triple H, so I should get another match. Sure enough, he gets it, but Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble, and he wants to go after the Raw Championship, because he's like, it doesn't, just because I won the Royal Rumble match doesn't mean I have to go after the WWE Championship. I can go to Raw if I want to. And too bad we can't fucking remember that moment of Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero standing tall. It's fucking sad, but enough of that, because overall, this is easily the greatest triple threat match of all time. It was fucking amazing. First of all, Shawn Michaels bleeding like a motherfucker. Triple H also bleeding. And there's this really cool part that freaking Chris Benoit has the label lock on Shawn Michaels, or the crossface, whatever the fuck you call it. But yeah, he has a crossface on him, and then Shawn Michaels is about to tap out, but Triple H holds his hand like, don't tap out. It was really cool, and I forgot that spot is really cool. And also, Benoit going through an announce table by Shawn and Triple H, and then the ending of like Shawn being thrown out of the ring. Triple H is about to go to the ropes, but then Chris Benoit flips over, and then he still has the crossface, and Triple H taps out. How often do you see Triple H tapping out? Granted, he tapped out so many times at WrestleMania, years before or years after. But the first tap out was really a big moment, especially because Triple H was the biggest heel in the company at the time. Coming in at number 5, Bret Hart and Owen Hart from WrestleMania 10. Another WrestleMania 10 match. A lot of people would put this. A lot of people say Michaels and Razor stole the show, but I think Bret Hart and Owen Hart had a bigger story going into it. how the little brother is never getting enough attention, that Bret Hart is always a star, and Owen had enough and he wants to fight Bret, and even though Owen won by roll up or like stealing a victory, it still showed that like Owen Hart was like, I'll do anything to beat Bret Hart. That was made it bigger, and the fact that it was the opener of the show, the greatest opener in any show, honestly, because you don't go bigger than. First of all, the story of this match was amazing, and then basically the reverse sharpshooters were brilliant. Everything about this match was just good. This is a straight up one-on-one match that just goes on, and it was just a really damn good match. I really appreciate the work that both these guys did. Rest in peace, Owen Hart, and bringing greatness to WrestleMania. I know. Rest in peace to everybody I'm gonna talk about in this show, and this video. But it was just a good moment, and I think that's all I'll talk about. Coming in at number 4, I think I mentioned this is probably my favorite Intercontinental Championship match. For number 4 is Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from WrestleMania 3. Holy shit, was this match choreographed like a motherfucker. You never see it. You could tell Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man practiced the fuck out of this match with George Animal Steel, the referee being knocked down, Ms. Elizabeth there. And the roll-up finish was brilliant. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat wins the Intercontinental Championship. But it's okay because Macho Man eventually does bigger things down the road. And holy shit. Fuck. This is the first ever 5-star classic in WWE/WWF history. And it's really good. And I really appreciate it. And this match shows me that the Intercontinental Championship means something in wrestling. I mean, that's just a really awesome moment, seeing Ricky Steamboat and the Macho Man having like just a classic of just everything being choreographed, and it was just really good. You don't get bigger than this. I mean, people talk about like in the indies, people like practicing their moves, but like this is what begun it, and I really appreciate this match a lot. Coming in at number 3, holy shit, is this a big ass match? But Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13. WrestleMania 13 was garbage, but this fucking saved the show. Holy shit. You already know the spot of Stone Cold just laying down on the floor, and then Bret Hart just like having the sharpshooter on him, showing that Stone Cold is still a badass by not tapping out. He just passes out. And originally it was going to be Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, but thank goodness we did not get that. We got Stone Cold and Bret Hart, two guys that you don't picture being that great on the ring. Like, you could picture a really good match, but you don't expect one of the greatest of all time. This is just a fucking, like, a brilliant ass match. And but begun what, like, people consider the Attitude Era. This is like the start of that, and I really love the match. It's really good. People go back and watch it. People always go back and see that this was a classic in the making, and it's a really, really good freaking match. Bret Hart winning, that was great. Shawn Michaels didn't want to put him over, but hell, Stone Cold did it, and he still came off as champion. Good job, Stone Cold. You made yourself a star after this match. Coming in at number 2, I got The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. This is a really damn good match. You basically two guys with good chemistry. These guys tore the house down. It was a really good match. Even the botches that happened in this match, for some reason it made the match better. This match did have some botches, especially with the camera guy being thrown off, and but it was still really good. And this is the beginning of when people believe that Undertaker could lose at WrestleMania, and Shawn Michaels was the guy to do it, and he didn't. Hell, this is the first ever kick out to freaking a tombstone pile driver, and I'll still remember that moment of Jim Ross going, and a kick out, and a kick out, and a kick out. That was just fucking cool. So thankfully you got Jim Ross at the time. That was just fucking good. I really love the match. It's just one of the classics in WrestleMania history. But that is not my number 1. Number 1 is the rematch. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, WrestleMania 26. I already mentioned it. It's my favorite match of all time. I was there. It was just fucking a breathtaking experience there. I mean, Shawn Michaels giving his last match ever. and you actually believe that Shawn Michaels could beat the Streak, because it's like, you know what? Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He cannot leave. He's gonna beat Undertaker. It's gonna be awesome. Holy shit, were we wrong? And fuck, as much as I want to see Shawn Michaels come back in the ring, I'm happy that this culminated, because he is Mr. WrestleMania, and the fact that he ended his career at WrestleMania is just mind-boggling, to say the least. This is just good fucking wrestling, and it got the main event. It's really just a match that I fucking love to death. It's my favorite match of all time. It's just really good story, really good match. Basically, Shawn Michaels believing he had a classic with Undertaker, and he believes that he was so close to beating the Streak, and he will beat the Streak. Undertaker refuses, but you know what? He's accepting it if Shawn were to put his career on the line. Everything is there. It's just really good, and hell, like the spots that they took were fucking good. And then like this is storytelling at its best. This is fucking good wrestling, and you don't get bigger than that. So those are my 10 favorite matches of WrestleMania history. I wonder what your guys is. Comment down below what are some of your favorite matches in WrestleMania history. Give me your top 10. Did some of my honorable mentions deserve to be on the list? I want to see what you guys think about it. And if you actually pay attention to this list, and if you look at the heroes of WrestleMania, I basically have all of them except John Cena, Edge, and maybe somebody else. I can't think of anybody right now that I missed. Probably do, but yeah, I definitely just don't have John Cena and Edge, but I will probably down the road. But yeah, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your favorites. If you enjoyed that, hit a likes and also subscribe to this channel, because I'm trying to be 100, and I plan to do it sometime this year, hopefully, at least around there. Anyways, it's me, the ALE double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and until then, I'm out.